Magic products in today's day and age, well, they come and go really, really quickly, it seems. We live in this rapid release cycle where we're getting a new set of Magic the Gathering cards almost every single month. So it's rare and notable when a set drops and sticks as hard as Fallout Commander did. I want to take a second today and update us quickly on some of the secondary market activity as the collector booster box, yes, is headed to 1K. That is not a meme. It is past $600 and on its way up. I want to talk about what makes this set so special, a Universes Beyond discussion a little bit, but an overarching Magic the Gathering discussion, if you will. And finally, I want to get into a bit of a hot take. I talked about this on my Friday morning Magic live stream last Friday, and I really think that we might be onto something here. And spoiler alert, it has to do with the reserve list. All right, lots to talk about today, so let's start breaking it down. Fallout Commander. This set came out, and don't get me wrong, there was a ton of hype. People were very excited for the Fallout decks and everything to kind of find its way into the Magic the Gathering universe. But I do not think there was any chance we predicted the level of success that we have seen to this point. Fallout Commander dropped. The Commander decks were amazing, readily playable and fun out of the box with a ton of flavor. And yes, to this day, right now, you can still get the deck set on the secondary market and pay less than $50 on average per deck. Getting three or more friends together to buy these decks and just have a play experience is one of probably the best ways to enjoy a set like this. I've said it in a previous video, I'll say it again. The out-of-the-box Commander deck sets are Magic's play experience, and $50 for a play experience that's going to go this far and be this much fun, well, that's not the worst value either. But Magic the Gathering is this diverse ecosystem. There's a ton of different ways to attack and interact with Magic the Gathering, and collectors were not left wanting either. It seems that Fallout collector booster boxes on the secondary market are still mooning. They're still skyrocketing, heading to outer space. We're going to break all of that down today, talk about the sales of the set as it's doing that rare thing that good sets in Magic do, where they continue to sell post-release. I want to talk about why, as we talked about in the intro, and then the hot take. But without further ado, it's time to get into the numbers, and I gotta tell you, they are staggering. What we have here is a reflection of every single sold listing of sealed product on TCG Player. That's right, that's what we do. We put it in the data vault, and it's supported completely by the channel members. It's $5 a month to support this project, get early access to content, and discounts on box openings. Big shout out to a couple channel members that have Modern Horizons 3 collector box openings coming this week. Make sure you hit that join button if you want to join the channel subscription and help support these dreams, these goals, and get yourself some sweet, sweet deals. But this ridiculous number that we're looking at, almost 40,000 units sold for Fallout Collector, is astonishing. And this number as a whole, and just kind of on its own, is really interesting. But when you compare it to something that, we can directly compare it to, an exact replica almost, if we look at Doctor Who, we see the Fallout Commander well surpassed any expectations we had about the idea of a Universes Beyond Commander set with collector boxes included. And I want to state this here because I think it's important. The idea of having an out-of-the-box play experience for a fair price, coupled with a collector booster box that you can buy, get yourself some crazy fancy blings, a lot of which is holding great value, and kind of foil out and experience the pack-cracking addiction that is Magic the Gathering, I think is a massive win. It feels like it's a world where we live in and there's something for everybody. But outside of your standard Universes Beyond experience like we saw with Doctor Who, the collector booster boxes for Fallout are doing something we haven't seen for collector booster boxes in Magic the Gathering in some time. They are constantly climbing and headed to the moon. On the secondary market on TCG Player, they have passed $600. The average price paid in June of 2024, the recording month of this video, is well over $575. And we see the numbers are still flowing out in good frequency. This deck is selling on the secondary market. A lot of people are still buying this deck, and it just goes to show, it goes to prove that a Magic the Gathering product must have a multitude of facets, different ways to look at the product, at the set, at the box, to really satiate all of us. And it is the success in the various realms of playability, good cards that can go out to other decks, unique strategies that are self-contained within the set, combined with a collectible product that is, dare I say, actually collectible, filled with not only good cards, but chase items. And we have crafted what may very well be the perfect Magic the Gathering set. And I don't say that lightly. Listen, you know, if you've been around the channel for a long time, and if you haven't, hi, welcome to the show, and make sure you click that subscribe button as we race to 9K, 9,000 subscribers. We are on our way. But you know that I am not the biggest Commander junkie in the entire world. I actually think 60 card Magic is such a beautiful game. 60 card Magic one-on-one without the politics, the variance of singletons, the deck building structure, the consistency of having fours, like all of this. I think 60 card Magic is the most beautiful way to play Magic the Gathering. In fact, I do it so much that I often just find myself realizing maybe I should make gameplay content. If you think that's a move, let me know in the comments below. But this set, while it just leans into something I don't love as much, like Commander, is worth acknowledging that it's clearly successful. It has hit Magic the Gathering and its fans in all the right places and in all the right ways. And Wizards of the Coast is constantly trying to achieve this, trying to find ways to spice up gameplay, give us fun cards, as well as find chase things to collect. There's actually a recent example of this that is a massive failure, where they were trying to do this but just couldn't make it happen. And actually I happen to have a box right here, March of the Machine Aftermath, and this might be a little warning video for Assassin's Creed. Oh no, we'll talk about that later this week. But sets like this just show Wizards of the Coast cares about the play experience. They want to constantly introduce new things and shake things up. They just often do it in ways that are not great or consumer friendly and just fail miserably. Fallout, on the other hand, was a complete divergence of this. It was a wonderful play experience for, you know, again, we can argue if $50 per deck, if you buy the deck set for $200, is affordable or not. I understand, like, TCGs cost a lot of money these days, but like, all in all, that price, that value passes my smell test. It seems like a good price. And I really think that that, combined with the collectability that will be kind of the back portion of this video that we're about to talk about, makes this possibly the perfect set. And Wizards of the Coast keeps trying to dig into that well. To their credit, they keep trying to innovate on this ecosystem of collectability and playability, but sometimes it just doesn't always land. But it goes beyond that when it comes to collecting these cards. It is not just about, hey, I pulled this card out of the box, it is worth X. I pulled this card out of the box, it is worth Y. Both X and Y are big numbers, now me happy, yay. It goes beyond that. If that was as simple as it was to make a good Magic the Gathering product, well, Commander Masters would have succeeded a lot more than it did. But as we stand today, Fallout Commander, has sold more units on TCG Player than Commander Masters, as we sit in front of each and every one of us right now, which is just a wild thing to say. I never thought I would say that. Remember, Commander Masters was touted as, this is going to be the best thing to happen in 2023. This is the tentpole, and it ended up being Lord of the Rings. But like, to say that these two sets are this drastically apart when it comes to success was not on my radar. But I say all that to say this: it's not just about the value in the box. It's also about retaining that value. It's also about bringing people in and connecting them to that product in some way. And the way Fallout is doing that is not only through the outside IP, but through this, oh, I can't believe I'm about to say this, bear with me, this idea of almost security in the cards that we're buying. And I say that, when I say that, I mean, it feels like these Universes Beyond cards, especially Fallout cards, are very difficult to reprint. Now, hold on. Before you smash some angry comment into your keyboard, I'm not saying Wizards of the Coast cannot reprint Universes Beyond cards. We know they will. They will probably reprint them as functional Magic cards with Magic the Gathering IP, see no further than The Walking Dead, right? But this art, the Nuka-Cola vending machine, in that treatment, with that art, with that special foiling, is likely never to come back. And this is a complaint and a critique that we have seen with our Magic community. I want a Magic the Gathering card that feels special. When I buy the special version of something, when I crack the special version of something, when I chase the serialized this or that, I want to know that that card is special in some way. And a great way to do that is with unique art. And sets like Commander Masters might have come out with a ton of value in the box, but Many of the cards, especially their base versions, used the old art. There was almost no reason to chase them. As the values leveled out, you could then go back, either buy it on the secondary market, or, hey, dig in and buy a different version, because they're going to level out around the same price without some kind of unique attribute to the card. And Universes Beyond and Fallout bring that here. And I'm mulling around the idea, I'm flirting with the idea that this is almost like a pseudo reserved list. Not that it's protected from reprints completely, but a version of the card that feels a bit more safe to chase on the secondary market. It feels safer to collect and pick up and show off on your binder. And as years go on and licensing deals get more complex and reprints become unavailable in those existing states, I wonder if we're going to look back on this fondly as a version of the card that is much harder to be obtained and we can no longer get our hands on. I think this goes a long way to making Fallout successful, but I want to know what you think. This set's been an absolute banger. It's been ridiculous on the secondary market, and it's been a ton of fun for players. Have you engaged with Fallout? Do you like the set? Do you hate it? Let me know all of your thoughts about Fallout in the comment section below. If you've never shared a Hometown TCG video before, well, clicking that share button and posting this on a forum, social media page, Discord, whatever it is, it helps the channel out a ton. I really appreciate anyone who takes the time to do that. Again, like the video, all the YouTube stuff. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and we will see you around. All right, take it easy.